I just looked down and the Skype had a little notification. I was like, what? What's going on? Like, it is about that time. Who uses Skype anymore anyways?
Yeah.
It's garbage.
Lucky bat, ooh ooh. Wide screen.
Lucky uwu.
Advance contrast down. Bye. Michael Spitz. Howdy do? Howdy do, guys? Howdy do? Scooby Dooby Doo.
Scooby Dooby Doo. Wow.
Jasper. Hello, folks. Andy Crimson. Howdy, folks. Walter. Oh, wow. I made it live.
Hello.
Michael Spitz. I hope my patronage can get you and Lucky Bat a light bulb in the closet.
I hope so, too.
Maybe we can get a 2-pack. Maybe we can splurge.
Ah, wow. Where's the other light bulb going to go? I mean, bend over and I'll show you.
Yeah.
Ah.
Take the hun. Hi. I need my not quite white paints.
Not quite white.
Patent pending Eons of Battle paint color.
Yeah. Nick Reese loved the vid today. It was so spooky.
Yeah.
Lucky Bat, tell him where he can stick his light bulbs. Brett S. Sup. Michael Spitz, maybe in the bathroom so you can do something in there.
Yeah. Yeah, the only light bulbs we have are on the set. Everything else we use old-timey candles.
Exactly. Old time of candles. Patent pending.
I would love to name a paint range, like name all the colors. I feel like I would do sort of white. I think a fun color name would be blue question mark. Is it blue? Huh?
Surprise pink.
Surprise
That'd
pink.
be purple.
But you know what? I think I would actually I would just recycle oh no, what's Kador red highlights, which is orange.
Is Kador red a red?
Well, I think Kador is a faction of War Machine Hordes.
But is there a color that's just Kador red that is red?
I don't know.
And then there's Kador red highlight, which is a highlight of that red, which is an orange.
Yeah, that would sort of make sense. Dancing of Doom. Sup, EOB, how you doing? Picked up a Fisherman's 2-tier tray box for my bits and tools. Didn't realize how desperate I needed one. Nick Harris. I know there's already a thumbnail for today's video, but it could really have used one of those red rings like look here the ghost look. Look here the ghost look? Red rings?
I'm not sure.
I've seen the movie The Ring.
Put the ring girl in the thumbnail.
Matthew Stoneless. I have literally been waiting all day for this so I could ask Jay a Necron question. Alright, no Necron questions today. Only Chaos questions. We're not...
Yeah, today's a chaos kind of day.
Flim of the Dude, gonna procure my copy of Kill Team tomorrow at my friendly local game store. Can you get it tomorrow?
Well, I bet we could do the same thing that like we did for Dominion, where we call
Ah,
ahead,
yeah.
which maybe we should do.
Yeah, we want to be one of those first wave getters of the box.
Oh yeah, we don't want to be the loser that gets it 3 months down the line.
Although this new kill team, I mean, it doesn't even have the morale phase, so what's the point? Everyone's favorite phase.
Yeah.
Don't call me Shirley. There isn't an Italian word for Wendigo, but there is Italian seasoning.
Exactly.
Lucas Cadman. Hey, if you were going to play a historical war game, what would it be? For me, it would be Flames of War. I have absolutely no interest in historical games. But if I had to pick one, I'd probably pick Conflict 47. Is that like the alternate reality World War I where aliens show up? I'd play that one. So not a historical.
Historical adjacent.
Yeah, historical adjacent.
I mean, I would say that's what 40k is.
Mm-hmm. You know what, where's my contrast brown? Let's give this a shot. Because I have some straps that I don't want to deal with.
Michael Spitz, are scale models allowed on EOB Complete, or will I be murdered via lynching?
If they're painted.
That's true, if they're painted.
I've had people just do like army guys.
Mm-hmm. I only want to watch it. Can't there be a Chaos Necron dynasty?
I don't think so. I mean, Necrons don't have souls, and so they wouldn't have a lot to offer chaos. There are very chaotic Necron dynasties, like, I forget some of the specific names, but there's one that's just all about spilling blood, so basically Khorne, and they love taking trophies. There's also the Flayer Affliction, that turns Necrons into, like, crazy monsters. But, no, there's not really a way to do Chaos Necrons. I mean, there probably is, but it would take a little doing.
Elf Ferris? Yo, I am Elf Ferris.
Yeah.
I just started school today, and I already hate English class.
Matthew Stone this. Wendigo. Wendigo? Wendidito?
Wendidito.
Brian Norris, what's a good painting light? Something nice and bright. And like a lamp.
Mm-hmm.
Like one with an
yellow
arm.
lamps.
Yeah, 2 yellow lamps. I would definitely say not one of those halos. You ever see the light halos?
The light halos.
It's
the
a
ring
it's
lights?
a yeah, sort of. It's like it's an LED tape in an arch over your workspace. Those are silly.
Yeah. LED tape in an arch.
There's some
Yeah.
plastic ones out there, and I've seen people have MDF wood kit ones.
I don't want a project.
Yeah.
I feel like you don't want your lighting to be a project unless.
Yeah.
Yeah. it's a
Also,
little bit
you're
difficult.
not gonna want that light on the side.
Mhm.
It's not gonna do much for you. Also, LED tape's not that bright.
It's not. It's not that bright. What you need is a couple of stage lights. Really pointed at your mini. Michael Spitz, my tank shall appear in 8 weeks' time. Watch out, folks.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. A
Andy
lot of
Crim-
entries to EOB Complete.
Andy Crimson, if Chaos Necrons were a thing, I'd imagine they'd have as much support as Chaos Dwarves and Warhammer Fantasy Battles.
Yes.
Lucas Cadman, so you see the very subtle reference to the Black Templars box in one of the recent Warcom articles? Warhammer community articles, what do you expect to see? I think probably some Black Templars. I think probably a couple of characters, Grimaldus and Helbrecht, and some like troops, some Crusaders.
And what do we get if you're wrong?
You get Eons of Battle.
Okay. What do we get if you're right?
I get the box for free. Everybody who is wrong has to get me a box.
Like a box individually, so you
Yes.
get like hundreds
Exactly.
of boxes.
Yeah.
Interesting. Mega Spitz, I remember stage lights. Whenever the concert would start, it would get so hot and you could see nothing. Perfect for minis. Oh yeah, don't stare into the light. It's not good.
Matthew Stolas, I was trying to get my Necron warriors like you today, and they did not come out like yours. Did you use an airbrush? Mine are mostly airbrushed. Lucky Bat, wait till you hear of my new band, the Windy Go-Go Girls.
Matthew Stolas, I just had a question about scarabs since I painted my first bunch today.
Ah.
What's your question? I mean, I know we're only talking chaos today, but
Yeah.
I guess we'll let it slide.
So how about that Angron? He sure is angry. My chaos chit chat.
Yep. Nickareese, Nick, do you go in depth enough to name your orc kill team members? What would you name your blue bomb squig? Well, I think I name them based on the look that they have. So I have one that has a sword that's pointing up, so his name is Swordy Up, and I have one that has a sword that's pointing down, so his name is Swordy Down. I don't know what a good name for a bomb squig would be. It'd probably be Bomby. Or Destruction. Ah, Matt Nichols. Name him Blue, but BLEU. That'd be pretty good. Like he blew up. I mean, that's what it's gonna be. I think even if I played a little bit more of a serious army, I still don't think I'd be able to name them anything anything normal.
Actress Bolt, wake me up, windy go-go, don't leave me hanging on like a yo-yo. Lucas Cadman, what would you use to paint Black Templars to the same standard as your Dominion Sigmarines? Oh, I'd use the exact same colors. It's like the same thing, just guys in full armor. Like shiny black armor instead of shiny gold armor. I just use contrast over silver looks pretty good, and maybe another dry brushing of silver on top. I tend to use a rattle can. My airbrush skills are not good. You're going to get a little bit of a different effect with the rattle can just because you can't be as precise. I'm trying to understand the troop aspect of scarabs. Well, I don't think they're a troop's choice. They're a fast attack choice. The ones I painted had 7 to a base, but the rules were kind of weird. If it's not the forum for that, I'll try the Patreon site or something. Well, mine have a lot just because I like the look of a lot. Whatever they come with is the correct number. The old warrior box had 4 per base. The new box has like little clumpies. But yeah, they're a fast attack choice. Not a troop choice. Matthew Stoltz, just remember you saying you've been playing Necrons for a long time. It's definitely the longest army. Because I've had them the longest.
And yeah, but their win rate's only 46%.
Lucas Cadman, as in the same quality level in a similar time period. Yeah, I would just do the exact same thing. Like I wouldn't even need to change the processes at all. It would just be armor. Just more armor to paint gold. Not exactly the same. It's the same thing. I'd probably put a decal on the Space Marine shoulders. because the Sigmarines have like texture on the shoulders for their decorations, so I'd probably just throw a decal on Black Templar. War Striker 857. I'm currently resting from painting Reboot Day Gilliman. I can never look at the color gold ever again.
Yeah. It's got a lot of trim.
Wake me up before you Indiegogo. Don't leave me hanging on. Ominous Mecha. Supposedly McFarlane has a flayed Necron. They do, and it does not look good, in my opinion. I don't like the look of it. I think it looks kind of bad.
Yeah. Yep. I feel like they're all a little rough.
Alex Rock Blake. As someone who has painted up 100 odd neophytes and acolytes in the past year, I have to say Genestealer Cult are some of the most detailed models for troops. So many little details and gadgets on each one. Yeah, there is a lot to them. But these guys are painting up pretty good. This is going to be my new scheme. I'm going to do green for clothing on rank and file, and then red for heroes.
I like it. I think the green looks really good.
Yeah. And the gray is a much brighter gray than previously. This is one of my old ones. Although I painted his stuff green to see if I liked the green. You can see a little bit of the old blue because I was trying to follow the Codex art, but I don't really like the look of it. Like blue here, and then also blue for like carapace armor. Not like carapace armor, like physically carapace, like bug carapace. Because carapace armor is also a thing in 40k.
Savior Martinu, I really liked your Wendigo yesterday.
Yeah! He's a fun one. Matthew Nichols. I am painting a squad of Chaos Raptors. Would you paint the runic lines first, then the armor, or vice versa? You mean the trim? The runic lines. You talking about the lightning? Because I think on the box they're painted up like raptors with lots of lightning on them. I'd probably paint the lightning first, and then paint all the trim. But I think I'd always paint the trim last, because it's like the topmost layer.
Paint the trim of the trim color.
Paint the trim of the trim. Right on the front of his trimmy trim. I do like the Chaos Raptors, though. I think they're one of the coolest Chaos models. Genestealer Cult Fallout, boys. War Striker 857. I want to paint blood on my models, but Ultramarines are too perfect for blood, so off to some spare orcs. Well, I think blood would actually look really good on Ultramarines because they're blue, and red on blue is going to look really nice.
Spider-Man
does whatever a Spider-Man does. Can he spider? Is he a man? No, he's not. He's a Spider-Man. Look out. Here comes Spider-Man.
Good old Spider-Man.
Do I like red? I mean, these are sticks of dynamite, but I don't think I like it because it draws too much attention. Or do I like it? I think on it. I might just paint them gray so they just look like nothing.
Michael Spitz, I put blood on my Ultramarines chainsword tips.
Bernie Marceau, a lot of the stuff I've learned about mini painting has helped a lot in doing comic art, which is my main hobby at the moment. Cool how many skills apply from one to the other. You know, it's really funny. I have my my microphone voice on right now, and my voice really hurts. Because we might have done a couple of videos today.
Oh my goodness, did we?
War Striker 857, I made some tea, but now it's too cold. Oh
But
no!
but it has to cool down, so
Tragedy.
it's too hot.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez Louise.
That's too bad. I feel your pain.
Mm-hmm. Drink it hot and burn your mouth.
Yeah.
That's what I do. You do that a couple times, you won't feel anything after that.
Exactly.
My hobby is paint by numbers.
I like to bedazzle blue jeans.
Ah, that sounds like fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have all the little punch and all the little gems, the rhinestones, and I sell them on Etsy. Matt Nichols, I used the Warp Talon claws, feet, and Warp Talon heads, just made them a squad of raptors. They look really nasty. Ooh, neat.
Caltranzu, blood on the chainsword is a classic. I did that all the time when painting up my first Marines. Yeah.
Blobby T, is it the 3D printing video? Oh yeah, lots of screaming. Lots of screaming in the 3D printing video.
Mm-hmm. Walter, paint the dynamite sticks a brown and make them look old and weathered.
Maybe. I think I'm just going to go with gray. I don't want them to draw too much attention. I also don't want... Like, look at that backpack. There's a lot going on in that backpack, but it looks really good, just in shades of gray. And it looks appropriate.
Mm-hmm. I would say that's 49 shades of gray
Mm-hmm.
to make that up.
And I would paint 49 shades, and I would paint 49 more. Just to be the cultist who painted 49 shades of gray on the model. Ba-da-ba.
For some reason, everyone stopped watching the live stream. I don't know why. That's pretty odd.
Hunter of Ajax. When you listen to a painting stream while you're painting, paintception. Bwom.
I mean, that's really what people should be doing.
Aki and Wakinones, have you guys ever noticed that the Genestealer cult cultists are cooler with more options than the Chaos cultists? You know what? Chaos cultists are worse than Genestealer cultists.
Mm-hmm.
Genestealer cultists are like guardsmen, but worse, and then Chaos cultists are like Genestealer cultists, but worse.
Mm-hmm.
I think Genestealer cultists might be the worst of the human-like troops.
Tate the Hun came for the painting, stayed for the song parody.
Yeah. Ominous Mecha, I did some looking at the all-flyer Hawk Lords list. It is possible the Primaris captain has the option for a jump pack and the Assault Marines. CA. Captain. Captain? CA? That would be kind of cool, an all-fast army. How do you do fast troops? I guess Assault Intercessors? Or can you take a Vanguard detachment that lets you like skip your regular troops?
Matthew Stolness, my last few resin prints have failed. I've been trying to print a large model to practice some painting techniques. Oh boy, prints failing, imagine that. I've been having a little rough go of it right now. Although, fun little update, my little test print that I had, it worked.
Huh.
Worked perfectly. I really adjusted some settings, and I think that's what did it. So I have to do some more testing tomorrow, but I think we're all good.
Ah, neat.
Let's just say got a new printer that I can't talk about 100% yet.
Don't call me Shirley. Wonder if Goober is here. Well, they say if you say his name 3 times into the mirror, he'll appear.
You know, I think when he shows up, he always shows up on a Monday. I don't think he's ever shown up on a different day. At least I can't remember.
Xavier Martineau. Hey Jay, yesterday I saw that you had an OnlyFans, bruh.
Yes.
Lucas Cadman. So what all the armies you and Nick have? I have Space Marines, Black Templar, and then Necrons, and then some Genestealer cults, some orcs. I don't even know. Is that it? I guess I have Deathwatch, but barely. Oh yeah, Stormcast, Age of Sigmar. Yeah, I have a bunch of Stormcast. I have the Dominion Stormcast.
Mm-hmm. I have orcs. I technically have some Eldar and Dark Eldar, but they're in shambles right now. I have Cruel Boys. I have some Gloomspike gets built, but they're not put on bases yet or painted. I also technically have Skaven and High Elves from Island of Blood or Isle of Blood from Warhammer Fantasy Battles. Haven't looked at them. I keep forgetting to go find them and look to see what they are, because that might be.
I hope that there's dead mice in the box.
Yeah, there definitely is. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. But the Cruel Boys are my most finished army, because it's all done. All 100% done.
Michael Spitz, hey guys, saw your video today and loved your channel. I was wondering if there could possibly be a way I pay you monthly for content in order to support you. I mean, you do make 3 videos a week and stream. Well, we do have a Patreon.
We do have a Patreon. And the fun thing about the Patreon is we do a hobby hangout live stream every single week on Friday after the normal stream.
We do?
Where you can actually call in and chat with us.
Yeah, and those get wild.
They do.
We just hang out.
Mm-hmm. Very, very wild.
Max Brandt, painting Genestealers. This reminds me, I want those guys on the dirt bikes. Ah, the Atlan Jackals.
Oh,
those models are
pretty
sweet.
Cool. Matthew Stoneless, Nick, is it resin or filament printing? Resin printing. It's a new printer. Some new stuff's going on with it, and I'm doing a bunch of tests. But I think I got it figured out. It's a little bit different than the printers I'm used to.
Akin Wakinones, will Jay get the dragons, or will he get cheaper, better WizKids dragons? I'm gonna get the Games Workshop dragons. I like them. I think they look good. WizKids. I don't like gimmicky dragons. I'm sure WizKids has regular stuff too. I mean, it's a dragon. What you gonna do? But yeah, I don't really like gimmick. Like, I don't like fat dragons or lava dragons or underwater dragons. Ooh, some of these dragons are really cool. Yeah, I do. I like these WizKids plain dragons. But I like the Undertrap dragons too. I think I'm gonna do a thing though, because I don't like the flying stand. So I'm gonna figure out a way where I don't have to use the flying stands. Because I don't like my nice cool model, and then there's like a big Lego lightsaber blade sticking out the bottom of it. Michael Spitz, can the Warhammer Fantasy unboxing be Patreon content? That could be fun.
That could be fun.
Be like, oh, how did this get in here? Who knows what's in there?
That's true.
Birth certificate could be in there.
Yeah, I have a feeling. Besides the dead rats, I feel like it's probably whatever came in the box is in there.
You never know.
I
mean, that box is an antique.
Exactly.
I think we need a little EOB Nick unbox therapy.
Mm-hmm. But we can make that happen. Matthew Stoneless, invest in PTFE dry spray. That makes all the difference, Nick. I have that. I think it was some settings problems. I'll go more in depth. I can definitely go more in depth on the Patreon only stream, but I just can't on this one for some reasons.
Mothma Miniatures. So question, why did you choose the yellow and red armor for the Space Marine in your intros? I just thought it'd look good. I actually painted that painting on a whim. And then we figured out we could use it for the intro because it made sense. But I just picked the yellow armor because I thought it would look good. Like,
Yep.
black armor would probably, it wouldn't stick out from the background enough. Same with blue armor. I think yellow armor is nice and striking. And then like we used that for like 6 months, and then I redrew it so that it was nice.
Mm-hmm.
Matthew Stolas, I've only been playing Warhammer for about a year, and I have 7 armies and enough terrain for 7 different scenes.
Yep. Amazing.
Michael Spit, so if I join this Patreon I can speak with you? That sounds like a steal for only $3 a month.
Amazing.
Ominous Mecha, I think if I ever do a Guavesa detachment for my Tau army, I'll use some AA Archridge runners. Atlan Jackal? Alakali's Ridge Runners with Tau Guardsmen in place of the Genestealers to use as either a Devilfish or a Piranha proxy. Neat. I love a good custom Tau. Anything to make the Tau interesting. Dancing of Doom, Whiz Kids are piss poor models for regular infantry / smaller models. Dragonheart Dragon is the best dragon ever. I mean, there's a lot of dragons out there.
Mm-hmm.
Ominous Mecha. Shills! Erju Abraderhaman. Should I do my bases before or after painting my minis? It depends. If your bases are really complicated, or you think that they would paint up easier, separate, I would paint them separate. But if it's just a little bit of sand that you need to like paint and maybe like throw a wash on, you can probably do it right on the mini. If you're gonna like build a base, usually that's when you want to separate them. Like I have some tutorials on like the blood gutter bases. Definitely want to do those separate, or the marble bases you'd want to do separate. But a lot of the ones that's just sand, you can probably get away with doing it all in one go.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that's a little annoying when you paint the models and the bases separately is usually you pin them or glue them down to the base, and then you need to do just a little bit of blending to make them look like perfectly attached.
Mm-hmm.
Matthew Stone's tips. Upgrade to whiskey instead of White Claw on me. Thanks for all the tips. Appreciate it, Matthew Stoneless. Although I'll just get lots of White Claws.
Well, I'll get the whiskey.
Okay, there we go.
I like whiskey.
I like whiskey too.
That honey whiskey is very good.
That is.
That's my favorite. And it's good for the throat, right?
Yeah, it's nice and soothing. Matt Nichols, maybe some Chaos Bikers, and call them the Evil Knievils. That would be a fun paint scheme. I do want some of those Atlan Jackals now that you mention it. Need my bikers. Maybe I should figure out like a list or something. Of like what would it take to get my Genestealers to a spot? Are they already in a spot? I don't really know what I have. I should, because I did a video on it, on everything I have. But I have like tons and tons and tons and tons of infantry, and not too much else. Because when Deathwatch Overkill came out, I bought many boxes of it. So yeah, mostly infantry. And a lot of the unique stuff hadn't come out yet. Because I don't have any of the Ridge Runners. I don't have the little cars. I don't have the ATV. I don't have the drill. I do have the new Aberrants. That was probably my last acquisition. I also have lots of the Deathwatch Overkill Aberrants, because they're like my favorite. Mm-hmm. And I hear they're so good in game that you would want 20. I have not heard that. I've heard they're terrible, and you want like one small squad.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? I have 20. I wonder if I can run Oops All Aberrant.
Oops, all aberrant. Amazing. Do you think that we're gonna play Legion this weekend?
Very possible.
We have that choice.
Yeah.
We could actually learn how to play Legion.
Oops, I legioned again. I painted some stormtroopers. Ugh. 20 more minutes! And I'm gonna have a big glass of tea.
With a White Claw in it, just
With
for
a
some fun.
yeah. With a chaser.
With the chaser. Exactly.
Brian Rodsock, I really like the ball sack aesthetic of the Genestealer heads. That's what I was going for. I have a whole document of reference material.
I mean, yeah.
Pages and pages.
Oh my god. And pages and pages and pages and pages. Michael Spitz. Non-shill Patreon joke here. If we have a painting debacle, can we ask you on Discord? Yeah.
Yeah, you always can.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the Discord's for.
Exactly. Although, you know, maybe we'd pay a little closer
Yeah,
attention
that's true.
to the Patreon supporters.
Matthew Stolens, it really is amazing how much you can learn just watching Jay paint and his techniques. I wouldn't have thought it possible. And I learn a lot too watching my own videos. I mean, like, how did I do that? Really? That's how I did it? Huh. Like, we have so many videos, I forget like videos we've put out recently.
I know.
And
I always think it's fun. I always think it's fun when someone asks you about a video and you're like, we made that video?
NordVPN, you should take a look at Gaslands. You make Mad Max style apocalypse cars and race. It's kind of like Star Wars X-Wing. Neat. Oh yeah, I've heard lots and lots about Gaslands.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. It's possible. Are there like, can you get like cool cars though, or do you have to kit bash like Hot Wheels? Like, are there like really cool car STLs or something out there?
There probably is. Don't call me Shirley. You might have dementia, Jay. I mean, you put out 3 videos a week and remember everything you said, and live stream every single night.
Miss Mecca, the Ridge Runner is the perfect mix between the Tao's sleek future aesthetic and the Guard's ground-pounding design. Oh yeah, they're pretty sweet. You know what's also a pretty good bike? The old-ass Space Marine Scout bikes. I think look way better than the regular Space Marine bikes. Although I really like the look of the new Primaris bikes. I think those are probably the peak Space Marine bike. NordVPN. There are. Thingiverse has a ton of files you can get for it. Ooh, it would be cool. This Thingiverse, has somebody made all of the Mad Max cars into STLs? Like, can I play Mad Max with all the right cars and stuff, and the war rig?
I certainly would hope so.
Blah BT accidentally came up with a cool servitor flesh, wog flesh on a black prime with a pallid witch flesh glazed over it. Ooh, neat.
Mega Spitz, eBay Miniature Rescues got Hot Wheels and STLs, and they looked great.
Maybe, but I want the cars from Mad Max. I don't want no Hot Wheels. Don't call me Shirley. You might be overworking yourself. Nah. I still have plenty more to say.
How? How do you have more to say?
NordVPN, there are a few that I saw. No warring rug. Watt rig. War rig.
Type Typing's hard.
Brian Rotzak, have you all tried any of the one-page rules? I've looked at them. It looks kind of neat. It looks like a stripped-down 40k. It looks exactly like a stripped-down 40k.
I mean,
Also,
my complaint is most of the rules are like 2 pages, maybe 3 pages.
it's a
sometimes
lot of
4
pages. It is
a lot of pages.
Tons of pages.
I was told 1 page, so I kind of feel lied to.
I think a better name would be Fairly Simple Rules.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like nothing is 1 page. Lucas Cadman, what do you think of the new orc stuff? I quite like the kill rig, which is good because the rules are so good. I'm gonna see a lot of them. The kill rig is pretty cool. I'm a big fan of the big white squig, the great white squig. And squig riders are all right. Is there other stuff? Oh, the def copters. Def copters are solid. And the regular war boss on a squig, on like a smash a squig. That guy's pretty sick. But yeah, good stuff. There's nothing in the orcs that I didn't like. His tongue is green, I just decided. And I'm living with that choice.
I like it. Hunter of Ajax. Gotta admit, the EOB community is pretty great.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We barely have any trouble.
Mm-hmm.
And then if there is some trouble, everyone tells us.
Yeah.
That's always good.
Matthew's stolen this. So is Nick Robin?
Yes.
Ryan S. So say you, green tongue. Lucas Cadman, you are going to see many of those Squigosauruses and Great White Squigs. Neat. Mm-hmm. I don't know if they will fit in my army, because my vision, my great orc vision of my army is 30 or more bikes, and then tons of buggies, of the different buggies, and then probably battle wagons full of boys. Maybe trucks. Probably battle wagons, though. On the most bodies, and the smallest amount of vehicles. Antonio, once I learn to paint faces, it'll be over for y'all.
Matthew Stonelis, my orc army is, oh, I don't have that model? I should get one of those. If I could redo my orc army, which maybe one day I will, I think I would go mech. I really like the mech. Honestly, I'm not halfway there, or maybe a quarter of the way there. I have all those Killicans and Death Dreads, which is pretty cool. But I'd love to go all mech.
How mechy, like, would you get some Mega Knobs?
Oh, yeah.
Would you get some a Gorkanaut or a Morkanaut?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. I think that'd be pretty great.
Or you could kit bash it and turn it into a big old squig and then call it a Porkanaut.
Exactly.
I'll be here all week, folks.
I do like the great. I feel like the great white squig would fit in because of the mech part of him. So I think that's pretty great.
Mm-hmm.
So that would kind of fit into the army. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't want to paint a lot of bodies. I'm just kind of tired of it.
Bobby T, I spammed Skitari before it was cool. Masker64, I wish Stompas weren't bad too, but they're trying to sell Morkanauts, Gorkanauts more. I always wonder how true that is, that they tailor the rules to be so that to drive sales, because it seems like there's always examples of that, but then there's always examples of not that. Like, oh yeah, this thing that sucks still sucks, or hey, this brand new thing, they totally screwed up the rules and it's unusable.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that happens too.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd hope the perfect situation would be every single thing is playable and balanced and an option.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you'd want. So it wouldn't even be a matter of like thinking, like you wouldn't even ask what's good. You'd be like, I'm gonna take this and this and this and this, and it's gonna perform great.
Mm-hmm.
But probably not realistic. Some stuff has to be better, which kind of means other stuff has to be worse.
Mm-hmm.
But you'd hope that switches up now and again. Like, oh, this unit that wasn't very good, well, Games Workshop screwed us over and made it good. But the people who had those models, they're probably loving it.
Master 64, Stompas are just overpriced if I remember right. In terms of money or in terms of points?
Well, everything is overpriced in
Yep.
terms of money.
I think it should be free.
Yes.
I think Games Workshop should send me one for free.
Yeah. Yo,
Flip
G
that,
Dub, if
send
you're
that to
listening.
Games Workshop. Yep.
Oh, yeah, we'll put a stomp
Also,
with
our
good use.
intro is not a Space Marine.
No, it's
It's
not.
a future soldier for Games Workshop. Just so they know.
Mm-hmm.
I also like the buggies. The orc buggies are pretty fun.
Yeah.
I mean, they got a lot of cool stuff. But I truly think I go mech. Mech.
Matthew Stolness, I hate Tau so much because that's what my buddy plays, and I get spanked when with my orcs every time. Brian Rod's like, Ad Mech is the only true mech. Tau can eat my dingleberries.
I thought we just said that the EOB community was nice and helpful and wonderful.
Ryan S.J., did Sprue Mart have the 3-for-1 on mining lasers I missed? These are, I must have bought 4 sets of the infantry from Deathwatch Overkill, because they each come with a laser gun. Or a mining laser, and I have 4 mining lasers. I have a lot of infantry. I mean, 40, apparently.
Can you only have 1 mining laser per squad?
I think so. I think you can have 1 per 10.
Interesting. Are they good?
I don't know.
They're cool.
They're cool looking. I think they're like a las cannon. I don't think they have quite as good a range, but like usually it seems like the thing worth taking is the thing that like can do something. Like what? I'm gonna take one. You know, I don't think they can take flame. Like I'm gonna take 1 flamethrower and hope it does something for like 2 points. Or you know what? I'm chucking 30 points in there in the hopes that you're gonna let your vehicle get a little too close and I'll surprise you. And you know what? Maybe I get really lucky. You attack me with your quality troops, and then I just vaporize one. I think this makes sense. When I played Space Marines a lot, I would often bring las cannons in my Space Marine squads. Sometimes missile launchers, but the las cannon was sweet. And these are essentially las cannons. Matthew Stolness, I'll send you a Stampa if you paint it, Nick.
I mean, I'd paint it. I'd paint a Stampa. I think I'd probably paint it very similar to the Battle Wagon. I think that would look really sharp. C sharp.
Massacre 64. 40k infantry? Ryan Boundrew. Mining lasers are 2 per squad. Heavy 1, strength 9, AP minus 3, D6. That's some good stats. What's the range on that sucker? Heavy 1, which means that it's gonna I think they already don't have amazing shooting, so that probably means hitting on 5s and 6s, but you know what? I can make it work.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there's
Just
a
wanna
maybe
get
there's
that
a
out there.
stratagem for me to get to fire a heavy weapon at full strength.
Matthew Stoneless, by the end of painting a Stompa, by the end of painting that Stompa, I was ready to just throw it.
Yeah, I think what I like about this new paint style of these guys is I think the gun is the most interesting part, which is good.
Mm-hmm. Matthew Stoneless, there are hidden grots all over the Stompa too. All right, I'm sold. I'm gonna get one. The only thing is, if I would get one, then, because it's 950 points, then we just really have to, I mean, we're going to have to play some apocalyptic games, really.
If only I had 10,000 points of Space Marines.
I know, right? That'd be insane.
If only I had, or I could bring an apocalyptic army of Space Marines or an apocalyptic army of Necrons. Because I also have like 5,000 points of Necrons.
Massacre 64, time for me to get a Bane Blade.
Yeah. Lucas Cadman, do the blips come with the kits? The question all non-Games Workshop players have never asked. I think they come with the codex. Yeah, the blips are, it's a special deployment thing for the Genestealer cult. You can deploy a blip, and then later you can reveal what that blip is. I mean, it's kind of like the new version of like Cult Ambush.
Move that blip.
Which, of course, we are very familiar with blips because of we used to do the best Death Watch or Space Hulk battle reports on the internet.
Exactly.
Which I think to this day have never been improved upon. Like, no one has better Space Hulk battle reports.
Oh yeah. Just ask Michael Spitz.
Ominous Mecha. Paint some Tau for the channel, please. No. Maybe. I don't know. I'll probably get to Tau one of these days. I'll probably paint some stuff for all the armies. Except Eldar.
Boom. Michael Spitz. Nick loves his blips. You better believe it. I love a good blip.
USA Libertarian. Can you move a little wester so I can catch the whole stream? Yeah. We're doing it tomorrow.
Wester. I mean, all of these streams are uploaded after the fact. If you go to our main channel page and you scroll down a little bit, you can see the all live streams. You don't get to chat with us though, which I think is most of the fun.
It is. Matthew Stolen's Tower fun to paint, to be honest. Matthew Stolen's. I'd like to see Jay do that star effect on his Eldar. Ooh, like I did on the Magician for my Stormcast Eternals.
Stormcast.
I learned how to do that on Eldar. I painted an entire Eldar army for my cousin, and I did starscapes on all of his commanders' vehicles and clothing. And it turned out really cool. That wouldn't be a bad idea to make that into a video. I should write that down. Do I have an Eldar around? I think I do. Eldar Star Cloak.
Michael Spitz. There was a salty guy in the comments of that vid that left like 5 comments. His name was P Cha. His best was asking if Nick has jaundice. So, Nick, do you? Yes.
He nailed it. I don't remember
Mhm.
these. Were these recent? I haven't checked the video in a couple hours.
This is the Space Hulk.
Ah! Oh my
Mhm.
gosh, yeah. There's no way that video could ever have enough mean comments.
Yeah.
Lucas Cadman, what's your favorite and least favorite factions to play against in 40k? To be honest, I find Space Marines quite boring as they feel very generic. Average everything. But some 40k is better than none. I hate playing against orcs. Orcs are the absolute worst.
I get it. Are we reading the same comment? Brian Ratzog, Nick doesn't have jaundice. He just likes golden showers.
Yeah.
You said it, not me.
Matthew Stolness, maybe you guys should let Nick out of the dark room more often. No.
I like it in there. We could use a light bulb, though.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever happened to that piece of plywood with sand all over it? You just chop it up and throw it out?
I think we threw it out.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
Yeah, what a disaster of an object. A big old piece of plywood covered in sand.
Yeah. And every time we'd move it, there'd be a little... It would, like...
Lose sand.
shed a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that's not great.
No.
Yeah, the big-ass mouse pads are kind of perfect.
They
I feel
are.
like.
Also, they just, like, they feel nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice to move your models over. They look really nice.
Yeah.
You can just roll them up.
Rolling on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun. We had that weird thing where the dice was on its end, magically just staying on its end, floating in space.
Yeah. Do you
That was
remember
fun.
when Amanda came over to play a game of Warhammer, and then we all got out our laptops and we played StarCraft, and all of our computer mice were on the mouse pad?
Yeah. Yep, I do remember that. Those are pretty great. I guess now, if you're playing a smaller game, I guess you have to tape it.
I suppose.
You have to tape it out or something.
Matthew Stolness. Yep, I have 6 battle mats. I have 2. I wonder, are they going to start making battle mats in the new small size? Because that'd kind of be cool.
I bet they do. Yeah. Andy Crimson, the reason why Nick stays in the dark is because he's an actual goblin protected by magic. Direct natural sunlight dispels the effect.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I love goblins because I am one. Well, and speaking of goblins, it is exactly 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
And you know what that means? We're gonna go to bed.
Yeah. And I'm gonna have some
Potato
decaf
chips.
tea with honey in it.
Yeah, you are. Gonna rest that voice, that beautiful, beautiful voice.
All right,
Well,
everybody.
We had 2 videos out this week, so make sure you go watch them and send them to your mom. I'm sure
Yeah.
that she would love them.
Mm-hmm.
Send it to your grandma too. And we'll be back tomorrow with another live stream at 9 p.m. Central.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Good night.